Hi, my name's Deanna, and I'm going to be telling you about me today. When I was a child, me and my sister woke up on Christmas and we ran downstairs and we woke up to two four-wheelers in the garage and two 3-foot princess coloring books and a couple of other gifts. So when we finally finished opening the other gifts and stuff, I ran upstairs and I changed into my warmest coat and my toboggan. I put my gloves on and I put a scarf on. I tried to dress so warm so I could go downstairs and ride my four-wheeler because it was so cold. And I remember going downstairs and my sister was coloring on her 3-foot coloring book, and my mom laughed and because she didn't want to go with me. So my mom laughed and she said something like, my sister was an artist and I was an adventurer. And my mom's right. I'm not a very good artist, but I do love adventure. And just like many of you, 13 years later, I still carry that same trait from childhood to adulthood. But we also gain other traits and we grow, and our one quality doesn't define us. For the remainder of this speech, I'm going to go over some of my qualities, my dream job, and a few things I hope to gain from this class. Some of my best qualities involve communication skills, charisma, and my positivity. In my job now, I host a lot of weddings and other events because I work at a country club, which means I deal with some very particular people and some bridezillas too. I've learned that not saying a word is a really good thing sometimes. Listening skills, people don't realize, but they're just as important in communicating as they are in speaking. A lot of times in my job, a lot of times I have to deal with people and I listen to them and I have to accommodate their needs, and that's what they're paying for, so that's what I have to give them. I am in the customer service business, but I deal with brides. So I've also learned not to leave or enter a room with a frown on your face. You always have to smile. It takes one frown for a bride to just go into a panic on an already stressful day, and you don't want to be the reason her makeup needs to be retouched. So, but a lot of the workers that we have there have a really hard time because they have to keep up with people and they're very specific and they like things a certain way. But I have a lot of charisma. I really care about my regulars. I get to know them and they get to know me, and I have a personal relationship with them, and because of that I enjoy going to work and getting to be with my acquaintances and friends that I have, but they're just my regulars. But also my positivity, just like smiling at work and things like that. I just try to stay positive, keep everybody, up, and it's just easier. So it also makes the day go by faster. Although I work with people a lot my whole life, and I have my whole life, my dream job is to become a public relations manager for a zoo or a nonprofit adoption center. I really love animals, and I have 3 beautiful puppies of my own. I also really like working with people too, so I want to use my skills to be able to, kind of bridge that gap between animals and people, and and be able to have them more educated. That way we can have a better understanding of each other and the environment we live in. I do love animals, and I think it's really cool that in animals, specifically dogs, they don't know English, but they can read our facial expressions and our tones. So with that being said, I think a few things that my speech could improve on are my gestures and my facial expressions to engage with my audience. And also, I need to flow better. I tend to speed through, or sometimes I just lose my train of thought. And I think by the end of this class, I'll have more confidence and I'll grow from that, and I'll be able to gain these skills. So now that you've learned a little about me, I really hope that you join my adventure to develop my speaking skills and be able to represent animals